Aishwarya Mahadev, I want to ask you, can the Congress actually keep this election local? Because at least as a journalist, one doesn't quite see a cohesive strategy on your account. If you have a Mr. Siddaramaiah who keeps talking about Tipu, you can't even mention that to the camp of DK Sivakumar, because they'll only talk about development and very wary of even getting in to the Tipu Savarkar controversy.
Good evening, Preeti. I really want to take a moment to appreciate Mr. Sameer, because he seems far more intelligent than all of his unit put together, because he's trying to rationalize something that really does not have a rationale, especially when they're trying to rational somebody like Savarkar versus Tipu, because let's be very, very honest, that the geopolitics of my state, whether it is Tipu or whatnot, opens up wider connotations, because Tipu Sultan defended my state or whatever was rudimentarily the area against people including the Marathas that plundered Hindu temples, and you saw Tipu defending them. You saw a whole lot of history, because geopolitics is a completely different issue from what is politics of today. One. Second thing is, Preeti, let's be honest, that the BJP has been pushed to a point of absolute disrepute and absolute sort of with nothing else to talk about, that they will talk about, you know, in the car, like in Amrit Kal, in the area of Vikas, so the age of Vikas, that the only thing that they have to talk about is history. And it's extremely shameful, it's extremely sad, and Sameer is extremely intelligent that he does not have to defend this. But today in Karnataka, I am a Kannadiga, I am a proud Kannadiga, that when I say that my state has far more issues, whether it is Paura Karmikas protesting, whether it's Anganwadi workers protesting, whether it is BBMP workers protesting, or it's whether the sort of development in my state that has come to a standstill, priorities in my state are far greater than what has happened in history. And Mr. Kagalkar should not really be mired in that, and to answer to the people of the state, because when you talk about Amrit Kal, when you talk about Vikas, why are you talking about 60 years ago?
But Aishwarya, let's talk about what you are talking about, because we don't seem to understand if the Congress actually has a cohesive strategy on it. You say that Tipu defended your state. However, why is your Congress unit in terms of publicly so afraid to say it? Every time you talk about, either own what you're talking about, which is secularism, you're not seeming to do that, and various voices coming in, not one.
Preeti, it's a very simple fact that my party or my people are not going to sit and dwell on the past so much so that we have to go back centuries previously. Because let's be honest, if you want to really talk about it, Jagdish Shettar, Yediyurappa, R. Ashok, all of them have participated in Tipu Jayanti celebrations, and I think that to sit and talk about something so much in the past is absolutely shameful. But today, my party, whether it is Siddaramaiah, whether it is DK Shivakumar, my leader, all of them have made it emphatically clear that the state is going to polls on development. I don't want to sit and talk about centuries ago as to what has happened, because today my civic issues in my state are extremely abysmal. If you want to talk about the basic necessities to the people in my state, it is absolutely ridiculous the manner in which they're being treated.